everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. It has been almost 8 months since Aryan Khan, son of Shah Rukh Khan, was first arrested in the Cordelia Cruise Drug case. 8 months since the 23-year-old son of a superstar, vilified, called Nashedi, Ganjedi, Druggie, charsi, subjected to national humiliation and whatnot. 8 months since certain news channels ran hashtags like #Nation with NCB and went out of their way to assassinate the character of an arrestee. 8 months since the entire nation went into a frenzy over the arrest of a super-rich starkid caught in a drug raid. 8 months since then, the NCB, the Narcotics Control Bureau, the agency behind the drug raid, has filed a charge sheet in the court. And lo behold, in the 6 pages of the charge sheet, nowhere does the name of this most vilified accused Aryan Khan appear. Yes, the NCB that first arrested Aryan Khan and vehemently opposed his bail pleas subsequently by saying that he was a part of an international drug racket gave him a clean chit today. What happened in the 8 months? What revelations came to light that the NCB had to take a complete U-turn from their initial stance? Let us discuss that in today's video, but before that, I want to show you an old video that our managing editor, Mr. Sujit Nair, had done 8 months ago.
This reminds me of a story from the Bible. When people were throwing stones at a woman, saying that she's promiscuous, she's lost her virtues, Jesus Christ came and said, listen, you know what? Stop throwing stones. The only person who can pick up a stone and throw at that woman is the person who has never sinned all his life. If you have not sinned all his life, pick up the stone and throw at that person. Like in the story, I think before we cast aspersions on Shah Rukh Khan and his family and his upbringing and his son's upbringing and all of that, we need to figure whether have we been perfect? I am a father of a 22-year-old son. I can understand the kind of trauma that man, Shah Rukh Khan, must be going through. His family must be going through, the pain that they must be going through. I can understand that. And I do not see Shah Rukh Khan today as an actor or some superstar or some big man. I see him as a father like myself. I see him as a father like myself, and I am pained. I am pained, and I was wondering, and yesterday actually I was wondering that, if something goes wrong or some of such a situation happens in my life, in my family, and the whole world is kind of judging me, writing about me, tweeting about me, trolling me. I mean, isn't it something similar to that French Revolution where people would go with drums when the guillotine would fall on the nobleman? Isn't it something like that? I don't know. I get that feeling, and that's why I thought I should talk about this. Not that this involves my area of expertise, but I thought I should talk about this because I felt as a society we are becoming those people who are standing around that guillotine to see it fall and then clapping after it's all done.
Well, you watched this video. When we said this, we were trolled, we received abuses, we were accused of siding with a rich kid who had been caught in the drug raid. We generally do not reply to these trolls and abuses, but today, I want to ask all of those questions. Are you happy now? Are you happy that a 23-year-old was faced harassment from all quarters, the public, the system, and the media too, and for what? Are you happy that he had to spend almost a month in Arthur Road jail while many on the outside derived wicked pleasure, cheered the agency action and jeered at Aryan Khan, eventually to have been declared innocent by none other than the agency that arrested him in the first place? Are you happy now? Well, the answer is for the trolls to figure out. But let us talk about the NCB charge sheet now. But before that, a brief timeline of the event. 23-year-old Aryan Khan was arrested by the Narcotics Control Bureau on the midnight of 2nd October in what was termed as a major drugs haul. Aryan Khan, along with Arbaz merchant, Munmun Dhamecha and 5 others, was detained by the NCB during a raid on a cruise ship Cordelia off Mumbai coast. The anti-drugs agency carried out the raid based on a tip-off that a rave party was happening on board. The ship was on its way to Goa from Mumbai. The NCB said they found MDMA, they found hashish, cocaine, mephedrone, etc. from the raid. Aryan Khan, along with others, was then taken to the NCB office where he remained in the agency's custody. Later, he was sent to judicial custody. He was then lodged in Arthur Road Jail. Aryan Khan was arrested under various sections of NDPS Act, 4 to be precise. The NCB has invoked 4 sections of the NDPS Act against Aryan Khan. Now, NCB also opposed Aryan Khan's subsequent bail pleas, arguing that he was from an influential family and could influence the investigation in the drugs case. His lawyer, Satish Maneshinde, however, said that Aryan Khan was not associated with the event and had been invited only as a special guest, that he did not even have a boarding pass and that he was caught by the NCB officials even before he entered the cruise. Nothing objectionable was found when Aryan Khan's luggage or pockets were searched. This is what his lawyer said. Now, incidentally, the agency later itself agreed that no drugs were found on Aryan Khan. However, despite this, the special NDPS court denied him bail, saying that since Aryan Khan knew about the drugs, he was in conscious possession of it. The Additional Solicitor General representing the agency NCB claimed to the court that the agency has found links in Aryan Khan's WhatsApp chats to an existing international racket. The agency said they found chats of Aryan Khan where he is supposedly talking about buying drugs in bulk. They also said to have found reference to 2019 chats in which Aryan Khan and Bollywood actress Ananya Pandey are allegedly talking about drugs. Later, the agency also called her for an investigation. Aryan Khan was denied bail twice. A section of society started a slander campaign by calling him a Bollywood druggie, making memes on him. The parenting was questioned. The TV media ran all kinds of debates with hashtag Bollywood drug nexus, hashtag nation with NCB, etc. Reporters, all this while, questions were raised on the way NCB conducted the raid and the investigation. Mumbai Zonal Director of NCB, Sameer Wankhede, who led the raid, came under opposition scanner. NCP spokesperson Nawab Malik in a subsequent press conference alleged that the raid was planned and there was a conspiracy to extort money and that NCP officer was involved in it. He questioned the involvement of a private citizen during the raid and how they were allowed to accompany the officials during the raid. This face-off between NCP and NCB, however, transformed into a debate between NCP and the BJP later on, and then it took on a whole different track with Nawab Malik being accused of connection with gangster Dawood. Malik is now in jail. On 28th of October, Aryan Khan was granted bail by the Bombay High Court. However, he did not walk out of the court until next day. Now, almost 8 months later, the NCB gave a clean chit to Aryan Khan due to lack of evidence. In its press note, NCB said, and I quote, SIT carried out its investigation in objective manner. The touchstone of the principle of proof beyond reasonable doubt has been applied. Based on the investigation carried out by the SIT, a complaint against 14 persons under the various sections of NDPS Act is being filed. Complaint against rest 6 persons is not being filed due to lack of sufficient evidence. Clean chit after almost 8 months. Reportedly, the infamous NCB officer Sameer Wankhede may also face the action. But there are so many questions that emerge from this. First of all, who will compensate for the harassment, the trauma that the family and the 23-year-old Aryan Khan faced? That too, as it is revealed now when he did nothing. The basic principle of justice says that 1,000 culprits can escape, but one innocent should not be punished. In the last few years, this principle seemed to have selectively been applied on cases. For some, the courts are opened at midnight. For others, like Aryan Khan and Riya Chakraborty, wheels of justice move slowly. Why? This time between the arrest and the court case is exploited. And yes, I'm using this word, exploited by TV media to ace the TRP race. Add to it the scoops, making private chats public, running sensational claims made by the officers without asking them counter questions. For the 2 months since his arrest, there was a sort of mass hysteria in the country, and those fanning it 24 by 7 coverage hardly did dedicate a 2-hour show on the clean chit news. But while all of us move on with our lives, the scars of the police action will live on with Aryan Khan. Well, we are not saying that those accused in the drug case should be let off. But the question here is, what was the degree of the crime committed and the degree of the action that was conducted? That is where the question lies. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Also, a small request before I end this video. We at HW News bring you news as it is. We bring you the truth. So if you want to support us, if you like the journalism that we do, please go to our website www.hwnews.in/support. There we have listed several subscription plans that we offer because there is no corporate backing to us, there is no government advertisement that we take. So it is you, the viewers, the readers are the ones who we want to support us. So please go to our website, do take up the subscription plan that suits your budget and pay us, because when you pay, you help keep independent media alive to tell the truth. Thank you so much.